Here's some cool facts you probably didn't know about Grease. Hey, I'm Mike. I studied film, I work in TV, and I love movies. Did you know Henry Winkler, best known for his role as Fonzie on Happy Days, was first offered the role of Danny Zuko? Not wanting to be typecast as a greaser, he turned it down. And for the role of Sandy, producers were eyeing Carrie Fisher, but she had just wrapped in a little sci-fi picture called, Star Wars. Star Wars opened just as Grease was set to begin shooting, and everything changed for Carrie Fisher after that. Could you imagine a world where Henry Winkler and Carrie Fisher played Danny Zuko and Sandy D? Weird. Director Randall Kleiser has said in interviews that he was concerned about Olivia Newton-John's portrayal of Sandy. Not the virginal version of Sandy, but how she would make the transformation into greaser Sandy. During screen tests, she was shy, and questions arose about the chemistry between her and Travolta. Travolta was arguably the biggest star on the planet at that point. He was on TV every week with Welcome Back, Kotter and was riding the fame from Saturday Night Fever. He was about to go supernova. Olivia Newton-John had been releasing albums throughout the 70s and was known primarily as a mild pop country star when she was cast alongside Travolta. She had very little acting experience. When Olivia Newton-John was offered the role, she insisted on a screen test. She needed to see for herself if she had what it took to play alongside Travolta. The scene chosen for the test is when they're in the car at the drive-in, where Danny puts the moves on Sandy, and she, ever the good girl, rebukes his advances. For the screen test, Travolta could have played the big movie star that he was, but he didn't. He made her comfortable, treated her like a sister, and the pair had immediate chemistry. They remained close until Olivia Newton-John's death in 2022. Travolta took the stage at the 95th Academy Awards to introduce the tribute to the actors that we lost that year, and through tears, gave this moving speech.
They've touched our hearts, they've made us smile, and became dear friends, who we will always remain hopelessly devoted to.
Actress Stockard Channing has admitted that Rizzo's hickeys are real, and that Jeff Conway, who played Kenickie, gave them to her.
Hickey from Kenickie's like a Hallmark card.
Speaking of Kenickie, Jeff Conway fell during production, and he was prescribed painkillers on set, which led to a life of drug addiction. He died from his addiction to painkillers in 2011. Did you know Elvis was originally offered the role of Teen Angel, which was ultimately played by Frankie Avalon? When Elvis died, in August of 1977, they were in the middle of filming Grease, and the cast and crew made an impromptu change to the song Sandra Dee to include this nod to the king.
Elvis! Elvis! Let me be! Keep that Elvis far from me!
On the first day of shooting, they shot the sock hop scene, so the feeling of boys on one side and girls on the other was very real. The cast were literally just getting to know one another. Since Grease was originally a Broadway play, the musical numbers played a huge component. Once production got rolling and they had a pretty good idea that the music numbers were going to be something special, they began alerting employees of the studio to come and watch the filming. They set up stands so that the cast could perform the numbers in front of a live audience, adding to the energy that was eventually captured on film. Speaking of the musical numbers, originally in the play, Kenickie sang the song of Grease Lightning, but since they had Travolta, they made the decision to give the Grease Lightning song to him. Actor Jeff Conway, who was the understudy for just about every male role on the Broadway cast, really wanted the role of Danny, but was instead cast as Kenickie. Then to have Kenickie's big musical number be taken away from him caused a bit of ire. Reportedly, Conway protested, but ultimately fell on deaf ears and producers gave it to Travolta. As you probably know, most of the songs in Grease were originally written for the stage, but 4 songs were written specifically for the movie version. Hopelessly Devoted to You, Sandy, You're the One That I Want, and Barry Gibb's title track, Grease. When producers called Barry Gibb and asked him to write a song around the word grease, Gibb scoffed and said, "Grease? What kind of word is that?" and hung up. Several days later, Gibb called back with the "grease is the word" idea. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this content, drop a like and subscribe. Film is about community. I'm Mike, and I love movies.